Hello, I would like to start a weekly portion for today that is a Yitro. Um, just a second. And this is about the Ten Commandments. So let's see how it is affecting our everyday life, the Ten Commandments. So basically, Judaism, it's like a religion, but it's a philosophy, okay, what we do every day, okay, meaning that how we practice the Torah in actively. And since Jethro, it's about the Ten Commandments, okay, so let's see how it is reflecting. So if we see the Ten Commandments, we see that the text of it is very something very special because of the tamim, okay, of it. Also, one aspect of the tamim, and there is two type. Is the tam elyon v'tam tachton, the upper and the lower tam. So there is every purpose of and each of it's every purpose of that. For the tam tachton, the lower one, it is that how we read for ourselves, and the upper one when we read for in front of the congregation. Okay, and here there's a difference between the lower and the upper one. Okay, for instance, especially I'm talking about the Ten Commandments, that in the lower ta'am we find that they are the two parts, and since the other one we find it in one unit. So according to the Talmud, what it says that the Creator was saying the first two commandments at once, right? It is something impossible to comprehend, to saying like two sentences in one time. And then when the Creator was repeating, that it was divided into two. So why would it have an importance to say two sentences at once? So that know that the human mind and the nerve system, it's not capable for that. We cannot understand two sentences at one together at the same time, the same measure. Okay. Also, we know that the mitzvot, the precepts, are altogether 613, are made of two types. Okay, one is the positive, the active one, that's 248, and the negative, the non-active one, 369. So, for instance, we have this positive one. What you have to do is to keep the Shabbat, and the negative that you don't should refrain not to avoid doing action in Shabbat. Okay. For instance, if we're taking the first commandment that we say that I'm God, I'm God, that we know that we believe it, that God is existing for us. But the second one, it is that don't refrain not to putting foreign gods for yourself, okay, for idol worshipping. Okay, for instance, how we can manage to do it, that if we refrain ourselves not to do in front of other gods. So like the positive ones is helping us to be better, meaning be better ourselves, better word to help to create, to put positivity in the word. So every blessing that we do like this, it's making the blessing for the whole world. For instance, such as happiness and success, but the negative ones, right? That we have to refrain from doing it. That we have to make surround ourselves not to get into this negativity. Like we don't want to be like, for instance, Hasbakhalila sick. That we want to make protections shield around us. Okay, and that we know that when the messianic time will come, these negative things will disappear, right? And also the Yetzer Hara wouldn't be existing. So, and but the Rambam says here, but what is very interesting, the Torah would remain the same, meaning that it won't change. Meaning that the negative, the non-active commandments be going to remain. Okay. So what will be the purpose of it? Then there's no negativity and there's no challenges for us, and we shouldn't be refrained from doing it. Okay, because basically at that level, our consciousness will be that we it won't be a challenge for us anymore. So, and the answer is, so this negative one will be in the messianic time will be as much greater than the positive ones, and the presence of the creator will be so so visible that for all humanity that will be, that it's no doubt about it. Okay, so this what we read, like, okay, we have to connect to this portion about the 10 commandments in this week, but hopefully when the word to come, it's going to be something greater. So, and then, basically, what idea I said, that the creator repeated like 2 sentences at one, that if we would consider that when a word to come, that will be one day, hopefully very soon, for all of us, then meaning that all the suffering, pain will disappear from our world, that also we could be capable of capture these things. Okay, that is something, it's a different level. Okay, but the Tam Tachton, the lower one, is basically regular people that, you understand like one sentence by one, and that, and meaning by that it was divided into 2, and it's helped us to go higher and higher in every minute. So each of them is very important to proceed like step by step, one by one, or we'll get into an accelerating mode. Okay, when we can expand our sensitivity in that level. Okay, the first one, obviously, it is our effort that we're doing in putting that we go step by step motion. So, but also we could like benefit also from doing for the collective, for the others. It's something greater we would receive for that, for a spiritual bank account, something greater. Okay, so it instantly also that we have to know that this portion is not named after the 10 commandments, but a very special person of Jethro that he heard, okay, what happened with the Israelites, and therefore enjoyed their camp. So he left all what we believed in order to be part of getting closer and unified with the Creator. Okay, so I wish you this for this week when you listen to this portion, and see you next week. Thank you.